If anyone's got some AirPods, someone's picked up another player's. We've got spare. We've got a set of AirPods in our office. So can you just check if anyone's got AirPods that you've got the correct ones, please? Do it later on though, after your matches. Please come to the front office for your table your time.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's 10 a.m. here in Sofia, in Bulgaria, at the Hotel Marinilla for the 2026 WSF Championships. Derek Kiley here with you throughout the day. We'll have most definitely two matches. We've got a last 32 game here between Miah and Langning. It is England versus China. 13 England players in the last 32, a strong field of players from England, and a couple of players there from Scotland as well, Northern Ireland. So a good spread of players, of course a couple of good Thailand players as well. So our referee for this match today will be England's Rod Eaton. Great character, great referee, and he's ready to get this match underway. Now we've got matches all over the place. 14 tables in the arena. There are 16 matches. We'll keep you up to date as best we can. And on top of that, we'll have another two games that will roll on. So, Boy Langning to break. Best of 7. Two very good players. Well, Hamad beat Matthew Glasby by 4-0 in the last 64, so he comes into this match off a very good result there. I watched the Boy Langning and Shaker Rudberg game last night, and in the end it was Boy who came out by 4-3 late yesterday evening and did a very good clearance to win that match. Was behind for most of the 7th frame, but just came back very well. So I will go around and tell you the other matches that are in play here in Sofia as we continue through this 10 o'clock session. It's a fantastic pot from Hamad. Very serious about his snooker, this guy. 1-4-4 tournament break. By Langning, a 1-3-6 tournament break. So 1-4-4 to be beaten. Mark Joyce holds that at the moment. It's a very good shot. Great control. Splits the reds and gets perfectly back onto the black ball. Dean Young from Scotland takes on Chakul from Thailand. That game is on the other stream table here on the 2026 WSF Championships. All English affair on table 3. Ron Davies plays Sean Maddox. Well, he's missed the black. And he's left a red to the centre right, he's left a red to the bottom left. The pink and the black up around by the blue ball, so that gives further options to buy if he can get the right position here. Legod Nazinski from Ukraine plays Mark Joyce on table 4. Another all-English battle on table 5. That's Kailan Patel against Daniel Boyes, 2 young stars of English snooker. Very good pot to the centre there from Boy. Just taking a good look around the table. Sean Louis and Sebastian Milewski are playing on table 6. Hong Kong versus Poland in that game. So the black back on its spot here will be very good and very quickly back on its spot. Makes the break a lot more attackable. Prin Ratmukta from Thailand takes on Germany's Ulmet Dikma. It's a very good shot. It's a good opening. A couple of pots there from Boy Langning. It's England versus Northern Ireland on table 8 as Caden Brierley takes on Joel Connolly. With the ball spread so much, plenty choices for Boy in this visit. Table 9, another excellent game. Ashley Hugel against Harvey Chandler. Table 10 sees England's Luke Pinches take on China's Wang Xingbo. Neresian will take on Carrington, that's on table 11. Table 12, Roddins Juddins, very impressive in this tournament, taking on the very experienced and talented Billy Castle. Well, he would have liked to have been a little further up there to consider the pink. Now he's got to take on a tricky blue, and he's getting down amongst these reds as well. But it seems to have a nice relaxed position on the table. He's missed it. Never looked like going in for some reason. He just hit it all wrong. And Hamad back at the table now. You don't want to give Hamad too many chances. He's been playing superb snooker here in Sofia. Very focused on what he's doing out here. No nonsense player. Table 13 is Arsenil Korolev. He takes on Ashley Carty. And another young Welsh talent, Alfie Davis, takes on Yu Kui Chang on table 14. Now there are two other games still to be fitted into this last 32 section of the knockout phases here at the WSF Championships. And spoke to the tournament director, James Chambers, and he told me that they're going to try and get those games on as quick as possible. So if there's fast games here, he'll be looking to roll on. And those two matches waiting at the moment are Simon Blackwell, who takes on Patrick Whelan, and Aidan Murphy, who takes on Yuhang Wang. And at 6 o'clock this evening, 6 p.m. local time, we will have the last 16 knockout series. Well, he's just going to drop this to the middle right. He's got the pink perfectly placed. Doesn't hang around, does he, Hamad? When he gets in there, he's like lightning. There's a lovely pace. He's a real threat for this championship. But Langning will give him a good tough game here, and a very talented player in his own right. But going on frame results, Hamad has been just smashing opponents. Just going to get a butt extension here because he just doesn't want to be stretching on this particular shot. In the last 64 matches, Ryan Davies defeating Karem Mahedovic by 4 frames to 1, and Sean Maddox the same scoreline against Ryan Thomason, 4 frames to 1. Mark Joyce had a 4 win over Chen Chen. Langning Skanishki had a 4-0 win over Abdul Ali. Kaden Patel, a 4-3 winner over Mario Milosevic. Great game that was. Daniel Boys, one of the upcoming stars of English snooker, a 4-1 win over Marcus Deo. Sean Louis had a 4-1 win over Vladislav Gradinari. Sebastian Mileski had a 4-2 win over Oliver Sykes, another up-and-coming talented player from Poland. Well, Nicholas Mortreau was 3-0 up against Bryn Ratmutka, but the Thai player came back to win it by 4 frames to 3. Germany's Umut Dikme had a 4-3 win over, a 4-2 win over Jack Borwick. Caden Brierley, a 4-3 winner in the deciding frame over Bradley Cowdrey. Joe Conley, an excellent player from Northern Ireland, a 4-1 win over Wesley Cooper. Chris Peplow went on to 4-0 to Luke Pinchas. And Hamad is just potting these with such fluency. He really is. He's got 60 in the break. Well in front in the frame. That'll just tell you a bit about how he's feeling at the moment. His cueing is spot on. Chakul from Thailand beat Xiao Xing by 4-3. A lot of deciding frames in the last 64. Ashley Hugel 4-2 against Zi Jiahui. Hamad Miah blasting his way here in record time to an opening frame victory. Loving it. Just 10 minutes and he's going to be 1-0 in front. Nerezian a 4-0 winner over Mervyn Donnelly. Stuart Carrington 4-0 against Joseph Kasha. Wow. Michael Larkoff has gone out of the championship, the junior champion, losing out to Roddins Juddins. Billy Castle a 4-2 winner over a 4-2 winner over Daniel Holoida. What an opening frame that was. 10 minutes, rocket speed. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Hamad Miah. And that's one of the fastest frames I've seen. Last 32, 1 frame on the board. Hamad Miah by 1-0. So we're ready to get underway with frame number 2. First one was super quick, 10 minutes. Hamad Miah will break off leading by 1-0. So that just sent a little message to his opponent. Boy Langning will be thinking, okay, I've got to be extremely careful here. Well, he got away with that. He's knocked the black into the cushion on the power side and near the cushion. He apologises. Bit of luck there for this Chinese player. Great safety shot and knocked that red back into the pack again. And a very good reply from Boy Langning. got a bit of a kick there, and it's a chance now for Bai to come in. He's got to take these chances. He's unlucky, very close. It's worked out okay. He's come up the table to be protected by the blue there, covering any straight passage to the pocket. So another safety shot to come up from Hamad. What a pot. Outstanding pot from Bai Langning. Outstanding. He got in early in the first frame for a small time and then broke down and was punished severely, so this will be in the back of his head to focus up as best he can. It will sharpen him up if nothing else. He'll have the pink here. Would Hamad beat Matthew Glasby by 4 frames to 0 to get to this match today? By Langning, a 4-3 win over Sakish Ruberg. Simon Blackwell, a very good match. We had that game, a 4-2 winner over Craig Stedman. Patrick Whelan beat Victor Iliev by 4 frames to 0. Aidan Murphy defeated Hakeem Hussain by 4 frames to 2. And a long game again, but it was Wang that came out against Rory McLeod with a 4-3 victory.
29.
He's a little low on it. It's okay. It just means he's going to have to try and get across the table, control this cue ball. If he can play a nice little short shot with the cue ball here, taking this pink to the bottom left, if that's available, it's a much better option for Bai Langning. He's decided to go around the table. He's got to miss the brown. He hasn't. So that's the end of this break, I would imagine. If he's going to take that red on next to the pink, he better get it. Wisely deciding to try and go back up the table near to the green ball. It's hit the corner, but it's gone the right way. It's going to come back into the green. So a bit of luck there. And 26 points on board. Don't know why he went around the table there, tried to go around the table. There must have been absolutely no other choice. Dangerous. Oh, just had enough side to avoid the red. Down near the right corner on the cushion. Now there is a gap. If he plays the red behind the pink, he has got a gap. You can see it to get out there, but he's not playing that shot. He's going to use the other side. He's a gap that way as well. But not only the gap, not only the pot but the black into play as well. So what a great shot that was. Perfect position. If you can get this bottom red and then somehow get the black back on its spot, so all kinds of possibilities for Hamad here. Very good play. They look to take the red below the pink, and that's just freeing up everything very nicely. Well, our referee today, Rod Eaton, will have to be quick on his toes because Hamad doesn't hang around. So looking to just make sure of the black here. That's a lovely split. Hits it very well. So back in front. You can see he was just trying to come up that red there if he could. It's got 4 difficult reds. The other 2 not too bad. This one pretty straightforward. Just didn't have the angle to disturb those reds on the cushion. That is pretty excellent positional play. Yes, it's a good opportunity to get rid of that red off the cushion, but he's quite happy to continue with this. He's hitting the ball like a dream.
9.
Yeah, he'll just roll over now to this. Well, has he got an angle to do something with these 2 reds on the cushion? I don't think so, but he may just try to stun over to the far cushion, and he has. This is pretty impressive stuff. And that looks absolutely great. Maybe slightly high, but he's going to try and force this. Well, what can you say? Has he got the shot? I think he has, you know. He's looking at the plants here. He'll be going up the table a bit. He's got a 43-point lead. Oh, he just misses on the plans, but look at the cue ball. Great safety in mind. 43 in front, 43 available. Oh, Oh, just clipping that red. And this is going to be a real stroke of luck. He's had a bit of a run of the balls, but that was a very lucky shot. Oh, and that was a bit rash. Chance here for a boy Langning to try and get back in to this frame. Ooh, it took its time, it had a little wobble, and the reason the cue ball hasn't gone where he wants is just because he didn't hit that correctly. He's got to take on this black to get up around by the red ball here to keep this going. Big shot here. Beautifully played. Beautifully played. I saw him last night and he had something similar, but he had 3 or 4 reds to get rid of and did so beautifully. So he's got a chance here. Oh, he's made a fatal error. That is fatal. You cannot do that. This will be meat potatoes for Hamad. Now, Langning needs a snooker. Needs to go here, the cue ball. He's okay. Wow, what cue power. Fantastic shot again. This is the most impressive snooker I've seen since these championships have begun. These opening 2 frames. Missing absolutely nothing. In complete control of the cue ball. Position is excellent. The pace is fantastic. Doesn't care about the brown, or he shouldn't care too much about it. The cues puts on the table. The 2 players put the cues on the table. It's been whirlwind stuff. 26 minutes just gone in this match, and it's Hamad Miah. He leads by 2 frames to 0.
6. 10.
So we're ready to get underway again. Just hit the half-hour mark in this match. Hamad leading by 2 frames to nil. Langning to break off in this 3rd frame. Okay, during that little break out of the arena, what was Langning thinking? How is he going to approach this match after those opening 2 frames? He's certainly got to do something fast because Hamad is just unplayable at the moment. Not just a potter, look at that for good cue ball control. Every shot now is difficult for Boy because he knows he's got to be perfect in everything he does after those opening 2 frames. And that's pretty perfect. Good shot. At the moment around the other tables, Dean Young is 1-0 up in his match, as is Daniel Boyes and Sebastian Molesky. They're all leading by 1 frame to nil. He's going to hit the blue here. Gets a nice glance off the blue, gets it further up the table. Bryn Ratnutka 1 up in his match, as is Caden Brierley. It's 1-0 between Ashley Hugel and Harvey Chandler. Wang Zimbo 1 up in his match against Luke Pinches. Stuart Carrington leads by 1 frame to nil, as does Rodians Juddins. Ashley Carty, he's 1 up. And Yu Ku Chang 1 up on Alfie Davis. That is the latest scores around the tables here. It's another very good pot, and he did the same thing in the last frame. Came out with an excellent opening pot, but he's been unlucky with the cue ball nesting on that top left-hand cushion. Very solid. He's got a gap here. You can see the gap that he can get through, but he's not looking at that at the moment. He's looking at the pot. He's got to be careful with this. I think wisely looking at the other red now, because he has an escape route back up the table. And he's missed that, and the black creeping over the pocket doesn't help either. So immediately Hamad back at the table. Long red to the top left. He's got 1 or 2 options, not a whole lot. clean as a whistle. Fantastic pot. And get rid of that red near the black spot. It will give him a lot more potting opportunities. He's also looking at the possibility of maybe developing that. He's got the red below those three reds. That bottom red will pot. He's got the red to the centre now as plan B. Not a perfect positional shot from Hamad. Just a little plum on the blue, but he's got that red ball up there as well. I don't think that's going to bother him too much. He's got a lot of balls on here. That red will go into the green pocket. May just try to come back for the blue again. Lots of options below. If we can free that red near the black, this table is going to be wide open for Hamad. Nice control again. Doing everything with great precision. He's looking maybe 3 or 4 shots ahead here. He's got options left, right and centre. This is tight. He's going to just a little touch into those 2 reds by the pink. That's beautiful. He's unlucky with the cue ball. It could have been a little kinder. He's got the pink to the top right. Magnificent cueing. Hamad having a look to the top pocket here with this pink. It's pretty unplayable at the moment. Hamad in complete control of this match and playing magnificent snooker. Again, has he held enough? That's the question. Well, that's the answer to that question. Inch perfect. So, not so easy now. Using real power there. Trying to get up a little further, but he has the other red. These are tricky shots. He's got to be careful. 53 points in front. 67 points remain on the table. Hamad, Miah in lightning form here in Sofia. Wow, to hit it that hard and be able to control the pot, it's pretty impressive. Average shot time 17.7, and I think that could even be quicker as this goes on. Always missed that red, but he'll be disappointed that he missed it. But let's be fair, it's about the only thing he has missed. 1 or 2 pots. That would have sealed the frame without a doubt. So a snooker required, but let's see how Boy reacts to this. That's a very good start. Oh, this isn't easy. Misses the pot, and that is just the extreme pressure that Hamad is putting on Boy. He knows that he cannot afford to miss balls. He's put that red safe now as well, which definitely doesn't help. He's been put under a tremendous amount of pressure here. Good safety shot. He's going to have to take it on because it's a chance to get on the black, but what a difficult pot this is. What a fantastic pot that was. Magnificent pot. Well, he gets a nudge off the pink. That doesn't help. He'll be playing safety here. He will bring the red back into play. He's got to believe that he's still got a chance in this frame, and he has every chance with just 1 snooker required. It's a very good shot. Oh, well, what can you do about that? Really, what could any player do about that? Another magnificent 10 out of 10 top class pot from Hamad. And the frame, 3 frames, 45 minutes, 44 minutes in fact, for Hamad Miah. He leads by 3 frames to 0. This has been an absolute masterclass. Really excellent snooker from Hamad Miah. He leads by 3 frames to 0. So ready for frame number 4 here. This match started 45 minutes or so ago, and Hamad Miah is smashing this last 32 game at the moment. Not getting the opening pot on this occasion, but getting the cue ball well enough back up the table. And the winner of this match will play the winner of Alfie Davies and Yu Kui Chang. That will be in the last 16. Well, he is a human being after all. He misses a ball because he hasn't missed much. And that's the black into the pocket. It's unlucky. I think that Hamad will be asking him to play again. Maybe not with that nudge on the brown. Knocking it near the green gives him a better angle to come up behind those 2 balls, but he's decided not to play wet. So that's a good shot. He may regret no asking him to play away, but he's got a red here. Surely not. I found the narrowest of gaps, and that'll be enough. I don't know if he's covered that red, I don't think so. It's a very tricky pot, but he's going for it. He's unlucky, but it was always going to be tricky. And now look at the problem he has. Straight away into his rhythm. He's overrun this cue ball. It's unusual, he hasn't made many mistakes. Tricky shot this. No problem. I don't think Hamad is even considered missing the ball here. He's already looking at shots before he plays a typical shot like that. If he could take the blue to the bottom left and try and run through and disturb some of these reds, he's playing that well at the moment, it wouldn't surprise me. So he sees something he likes. He's got the yellow. He's got incredible cue power. Dean Young now 2 frames to nil in front. Sean Maddox still 1 up. Lagodzinski is 1 up on Mark Joyce. Kaden Patel has got a frame back against Daniel Boyles. Milewski Sebastian there, the Polish player, 1 up. It's just beautiful to watch. Look at the angle he'll have on this blue. Well, he may, yeah, he's looking at that red just off the bottom of that cluster. That certainly would be a good ball to get to. Just looking at his line of where he gets the cue ball through. He's also got options to go into the pack from the left side. So the blue was a tricky pop, but the way he's playing. The red above the pink, or to the right the pink must pot. Prin Ratnutka now 2 up against Uma Tikme. Ashley Ugal takes the lead against Harvey Chandlers, 2-1. Harvey led that by 1 point to 0. Luke Pinches has pulled a frame back against Wang Zimbo. Stuart Carrington now 2 up in his match. Roddy and Juddins 2 up in his game. Carl Levin Carty a frame apiece. And Yuku Chang still 2 up on Alfie Davies. Oh, it's delightful to watch this snooker. It really is. It's just a beautiful thing. Hamad Miah just taking the table apart at the moment. Referee Roddy getting a good workout here, because this man is just flying around the table. Oh, he's got a bit of work to do from this point onwards. Wants it to go, and that's okay. Not as far up as another fraction would have been better. .48 points already on board. 3-0 up. A bit hard on himself there, you know, he's playing such beautiful snooker. He's got this red that's nearest the pink spot. He gets rid of that, he opens up another couple of balls. He's going to go to them. But he doesn't, he misses on purpose, and beautiful control on the cue ball. Bit of distance in this shot.
7.
Well, he's low on this one. We could see, not sure if he's going to hold here or really fire this cue ball into the balk area. If he can be really brave and put it between the brown and the green, it'll give him a much better line coming back down. He's got a couple of decisions to make here. Already 55 points in front. 75 points available. And a blue to come. Well, obviously that red, it either pots or it's a safety shot coming up here. Well, he's flying into this. Hold on to your hats. And that's worked out pretty okay for him, I think. A 60-point lead, 3 frames ahead, 1 hour gone in the game. How do you stop a man that looks possessed on the table at the moment? If you're by Langning, how do you get yourself back into this one? It's a good effort. Cue ball is going to just roll past, and that should go to the centre pocket. And really, the way this game has gone, this match is now over, I think. Certainly the most brilliant display of snooker I've seen in quite a long time. He's unplayable at the moment. If he keeps going like this, I'm just wondering, am I looking at the winner, because it is incredible snooker. Well, 74 in front and a shake of the hands. That was an incredible performance from Miah. He wins this by 4 frames to 0. He's done it in just about 62 minutes. No, in fact, he's just hit it on the hour mark. 1 hour, 4 frames. Incredible stuff. He has hammered his way into the last 16, and he has set a marker down here in Sofia. This will be spoken about, I can guarantee you, around the snooker players here, and people watching this, I'm sure at home, you'll have been as impressed as I was. It was an absolutely devastating performance from Miah. He's won this by 4 frames to 0. He's done it in an hour, and he did the same thing in these last 32. He's done the same thing in his last 64 as he did in his last 32 today. He's defeated by Langning in a magnificent performance. Miah into the last 16, 4 frames to 0.
24. Boundaries 24.
That's okay, because we have rules.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. In your foot.
One. Three. 4. 11. 12. 19. 20. 35. 26. 5. 33.
Careful, Chai.
34. 41. 42. 9 legs, 42.
8.
One.
60. 70.
7. 8.
24.
15.
55.
16. 23. 24.
Check it.
31.
56.
7.
Wait.
1 minute 7. 7.
Yeah.
5. Brian Davis 6. Ben Sean Evans.
Five.
Brian 4. Sean Evans.
Time for Jack. Green flag. Bingo.
Davis, 65.
8.
One. 38. Langning is 38. Wang.
49. 2. Yo, 69.
Well, good afternoon, welcome back, and this is a last 32 game. Aidan Murphy against Wang. Derek Cody here with you for this match. We will have a last 16 game, and that will be at 6 p.m. local time here in Sofia. Our previous game was incredible. Miah, really impressive. So a good opening shot for Aidan. Nice pace on the cue ball, nicely on the blue. We'll have some results for you coming through on the last 32 games, and we'll see the matchups for the last 16 at 6 p.m. local time here in Sofia. I'll get those to you as quickly as I can. Well, that's unlucky and a little careless. A good opening opportunity, and then the foul. Wang will now come to the table. Miah, what an absolute incredible performance that was. 60 minutes, 4-0, total domination. And when I say total domination, I mean total domination. So impressive. I'll check whatever last 32 games are still in play and give you results and a kind of a lineup of what's happening around the arena here in Sofia. lot of those games started at 10 a.m. this morning are now coming to a conclusion.
So,
Wang with a chance here to build up some nice points. He's looking at this red to the middle. That's difficult. The red to the other side of the table is not so easy either. How he can develop the reds here is vitally important at this early stage of this visit to the table. Well, he didn't want to clip the red and he hasn't. He's gone past it. And now has this tight shot to the right corner pocket in this opening frame in this last 32 game. England against China. Just like in the last match. Lovely shot.
What? 23.
Just nudges that red away. That's a very nice split. He'll have the pink to work with here. Very impressive opening visit from China's Wang. Well, that was as clean as a whistle. Our referee today is from Turkey. Excellent referee, Gülçin Langerali. She is one of the more established referees on the European circuit as well as now the world. These balls are absolutely split beautifully. I'm going to look around. The game between Dean Young and Xiao Kul. Dean Young leading by 3 frames to 2. It's all level between Ryan Davis and Sean Maddox, 2 frames apiece. Fantastic cue action. 2 frames apiece between Mark Joyce and Legodzinski. Kane Patel now leads Daniel Boyes, I should say, by 3 frames to 1. Caden Brierley ahead of Joel Connolly by 3 frames to 2. Rodians Juddins, 2 frames apiece. Very impressive break. We have plenty of century breaks here in this championship. We've got a 144 sitting at the top with Mark Joyce. We've got a lot of century plus breaks. But the one to beat is 144 at the moment. Ashley Carter leading Korolev by 3 frames to 2. And Alfie Davis and Yuku Chang, they're at 2 frames apiece as well. And the game has just begun between Simon Blackwell and Patrick Whelan in their first frame, just as we are here in these last 2 matches in this last 32 session of the 2026 WSF Championships in Sofia, Bulgaria, and a place in the last 16 this evening at 6 o'clock for 1 or 2 of these players. Well, snooker's required already, Paraden. It's unlucky to go in off on the blue ball, but Wang has started very, very quickly here. Just 9 minutes into this frame and he's already home and hosed in the opener. Lovely little check onto the red ball, beautifully put over towards the centre pocket, the pink. We may just decide to take the pink and try and do something with the red next to the pink spot. Sebastian Milowski, I should say, from Poland, a 4-0 winner over Sean Louis from Hong Kong. Ashley Hugel defeats Harvey Chandler by 4 frames to 1. And Prin Ratmutta, the Thai player, defeating Uma Tikme by 4 frames to 0. Stuart Carrington defeats Mikhail Narcizan by 4 frames to 0. And as we saw earlier today, Hamad Miah 4-0 over by Langning. So some very impressive victories as the last 32 matches come to a conclusion. And what's impressive here is this young man, Wang, has just taken to the table and has demonstrated a fabulous demonstration in how to use the cue ball. Let's see what he does here. Again, just nudges the pink. He's unlucky to go a little too far up the table. He's on 81 points at the moment. He's got possibly, well, he's just thinking about the blue ball. Difficult, he's got to hit this very nicely. And that's just dead weight. Beautiful shot. So the frame was well and truly done and dusted. And this looks very decent indeed. He's got this red. It will pot into the bottom right hand corner. .95 so far in this opening frame, and wow, that's a beautiful shot. Oh, he misses the black. Incredible. Misses the black. It was plumb perfect with the cue ball for the yellow. He'd be disappointed he misses the black, but he won't be disappointed with a 12-minute frame and a 1-0 lead.
So. One. Yellow ball.
Frame number 2, Aidan Murphy to break. He trails by a frame to 0 against Wang. Beautiful opening pot from Wang.
7.
And that should hold nicely for the green ball. Might consider the brown, but he's got a nice few reds to pick from here.
Yellow.
4 or 5 of them out in the open. Sebastian Muleski beating Sean Louis by 4 frames to 0. He's waiting for the winner of the game between Kailan Patel and Daniel Boyes in the last 16. Corinne Matmukta into the last 16. He's waiting for the match to end between Caden Brierley and Joel Connolly. That one could go to a decider. One last 16 lineup complete. Ashley Yuga will play Carrington, and that will be a great game. So we definitely will have an English player in the quarterfinals. That's for certain. Ashley Carty beat Arsenal Korolev by 4 frames to 2. He's waiting for Rodion Juddins and Billy Castle in the last 16 at 6 p.m. tonight. Already a very impressive couple of pots in this frame. Hammond Miah, devastating. He's into the last 16. He's waiting for Alfie Davis or Yu Kui Chang. That game ongoing. And that's what I have so far. We'll keep an eye on the live scoring as well. I can tell you that Joel Connolly has won the 6th frame. He's overrun there by quite a bit. Should have that red into the left centre, but it's not easy. Well, this is a tricky one. He's played it well. Back in position on the pink. He'll have the red next to the cue ball next if he wants it. 2 reds near the bottom of the pack will pot as well. Oh, off to a flyer here, Wang. On table number 11, first frame just won by Simon Blackwell there against Patrick Whelan. Billy Castle has regained the lead against Rodion Juddins. He leads by 3 frames to 2 and is in that 6th frame. So a difficult red here, but he's been striking the ball so beautifully. Been very precise up to this very moment. And that continues. Now that red at the bottom will pot. He's just looking what he can do maybe when playing that red. He may be able to open up a lot of balls here. He also may just wait till he gets on the black ball because, well, he hit that with a great degree of power. Now he has to develop some more reds with that angle. Unless he decides to screw back for the blue, well, that's not easy. Let's see what happens here. He's gone straight into them here. Red's going everywhere. Oh, and he just managed to caress that into the pocket and was brave enough not to go too heavy into the pack. He's released 2 more reds. This is very precise snooker from Wang. I just can't do anything at the moment. Aidan Murphy hasn't done anything wrong, was unlucky with an in-off in the first frame. He's just trying to keep his focus off the table here because the chance may come along, but already 51 points. Nice control again. Has a choice here. He could try and go into the pack or get around the table. Not sure if that red pot's into this right corner pocket. If it does, that's the obvious target. We'll know by his cueing. Needs to go here. Just cut it to the middle. So now he needs the perfect angle on this red to give himself a chance. To split this pack even further open. Impeccable snooker so far from Wang. Wang Zingbo 3-2 up against Luke Pinches and ahead in the frame on a break of 31 at the moment. He's missed the red. I think he's covered it though. Wasn't the greatest of angles on the black to split these reds anyway. They'll get a little bit of a split if Aiden has to go up the table. Got to be careful here with the blue. He hasn't dislodged too many, and that's a very good safety shot. Early days in the game on table 8, Joe Connolly pulling back a frame to force the decider. He's at the table at the moment, just on an early break of 12. Daniel Boys and Kaelan Patel in a deciding frame. Very early days in that one. Well, that's not what the doctor ordered really for Aiden in this stage of the second frame, because with a 59-point lead, it's going to be difficult to pull himself back into this frame with mistakes like that. And that looks like an excellent safety shot. Well, that's a very good shot because he had no choice, but where's the cue ball going to end up? Well, it's fine. He had no choice but to play that shot. He needs to open these reds for himself to have any chance in the frame to get himself back. He'll be hoping for an error here. If he can get in, he's a very capable potter, is Aiden Murphy. Oh, and almost had the pot. Is it available? Well, yes, it is. Very available. Aiden just checking if it was tight to the cushion. I think it's just slightly off, so that's easier. He's got to play this very gently if he wants to come in amongst the high-scoring balls here. Well, he's thrown it right back up the table. He won't want this to continue any further. He's okay, it's stopped. He's got the green ball. He's got the brown ball as well. All three ball colours are available, but if he landed on the line there, it would have been a disaster. So a real chance for Aiden Murphy to get back into this frame here. The balls are there. If he can continue it, he's got plenty points on the table to work with. Nice control on the cue ball. I think quite correctly, just clearing up that pocket. Well, choice galore here, everything is potable. All the balls bar the pink on their spots. It's an ideal scenario. Just got to keep his concentration levels here. Give himself a nice angle on the pink. Now the red below the pink, should he pot it, is also available into the same pocket anyway, if not the centre pocket as well. So a nice little bit of stun there. Battling his way back here is Aidan Murphy in Sophia. The only red that's tricky is the one on the right. It's tricky, it's not usually difficult, but it'll come into play at some stage. Doesn't want this to overrun, and it has slightly. You can still put this into the centre pocket. Well, he's looking to play this with a bit of deep screw. If he can get the pink into the same pocket. And he's decided not to run through with this. He's missed it. He's missed it. Trying to be too adventurous with the cue ball has caught him out there. So now the momentum swings back in the way of China's Wang. Great weight on the cue ball again. He'll be going up the table here, and the fear is if he doesn't hit it correctly, the other red could pop out. He's done well. It's a good safety shot. Not just about potting this game. It's about having your angles correct and good pace on the cue ball always on these very nice but fast zinc pie tables. Well, not great. Opportunity to clinch the second frame.
Young.
So he knows he needs the black and the red to leave Aidan requiring snookers. And that looks about perfect in terms of the opportunity to get a bit of movement on that red on the cushion from this black. All the balls on the spots. He's got to be precise with the black here. That's the key ball. And he is, and that's a lovely shot. In terms of what he would have wanted is an opportunity with this red into the centre. He hasn't got that. I think he's probably blocked to the top as well. But maybe not. Yeah. Knocked the black a little bit. Look at the cue ball. Great shot again. And now where the black has moved to makes it more difficult. If it was on the spot, Aidan would have had a much easier shot to get at it, but now he's got to almost come near the spot to contact this red. $34 points behind, 35 points on the table. Oh, he's brazed off the black there. So free ball as well, so missed the free ball, but look at the protection he gave the cue ball. That's another 7, and that's the end of this frame. It's Wang who has put the pressure on here in the opening frames. He's applied it very early in both of these frames, and he's forced Aidan Murphy to try and chase back. He hasn't been able to chase back yet, and it's Wang. He leads by 2 frames to 0.
13.
So we're ready to get underway with frame number 3. A very brisk 35 minutes. 2-0 to Wang as he breaks up here. Another Chinese sensation. Wang Zimbo is beating Luke Pinchas by 4 frames to 2. He's into the last 16 this evening. You can't really break the balls better than that. He's opened plenty and left the cue ball glued to the balk rail. Nine matches still in progress here in the arena. 14 tables. We'll be only needing 8 from 6 o'clock tonight, and that was a dangerous shot, and he's been very lucky with that red in any case not to leave it. But there is a red to the right corner. I'm wondering what Wang is thinking about this one. The black pretty tied up, but easy to open that black up the way the reds are situated. Clean pot again. He's not got the position he wants on the blue. I wonder, does the pink pot? Well, no, he's had a look, a glance at the pink. That does not pot, I don't think. So the blue is the obvious choice. There's a red here on this cushion. He may just fancy taking that on the way he's playing. This cushion where to the right. He also has the red ball on the cushion at the top left.
7 and 10, 1 level.
Latvia's Rodions Judins has pulled a frame back against Billy Castle. That will go to a deciding frame. He's had a fantastic tournament, this Latvian player. And he's still battling away, trying to get to the last 16. Well, that's not a positive shot. I don't know what is, but he's opened absolutely everything for Aidan here. And really, that's kind of careless. If he gets it, it's a wonder shot, but he's done himself a bit of damage here. Can Aidan take advantage of it? The answer to that question is not really. He's left himself a very difficult blue. That's if he takes it on. And he really has to get himself back into this match. Well, he's missed it, and he's knocked that red into play as well. The blue's coming down towards the pocket, but it's not going to make it. Not at all like Ed Murphy to miss those, but he's under pressure here. The opening 2 frames, he hasn't had a whole lot of say. He had a chance in the second frame, but didn't take advantage of it. Shot to nothing here for Wang, just trying to cross this into the left. Not that far away, but he was aware of the cue ball tracking back up the table. Yu Kui Chang is on the brink of victory over Alfie Davies. He looks stuck on to make it to the last 16. He's leading by 66 points to 5, now 72 points to 5. That's an excellent shot from Aidan. That will do him the world of good, that shot. Now, just got to be careful. Got to consider the situation with the ball spread so wide. If he was considering tucking up to the green, that would put Yang under a lot of pressure. If he takes the brown on, well, that's quite missable. He's looking at what he leaves if he misses the brown. Risk reward, very high risk here. Looking at the green here, and he's queuing like he wants to take it onto the bottom left, but then plays the safety shot. He's left one red near the cushion. He's done that well. He worked that out well. I thought he was going to try and run it down the table on the left. He ran it down on the right. It's a very good safety shot, and not a whole lot to work with here for Wang, and he's close to that top cushion as well, so he hasn't got the freedom he'd like with the cue ball. Joe Connolly on his way to the last 16, the talented Northern Ireland player. On the brink of victory. He is well ahead in that. And he's won that by 4 frames to 3. So well done to Joel Connolly. He's through to this evening's last 16 as well. He defeated Caden Bridley by 4 frames to 3 in that game. Patrick Whelans pulled a frame back against Simon Blackwell. 1-1. That was a late starting match. Very tight between Roddy and Juddins and Billy Castle. 3 frames apiece, and just 6 points between them, early stages of that frame. Caelan Patel has gone into the lead against Daniel Boyes in that deciding frame on table 5. Two young English stars. Just 35 points left on the table. The difference between the two players is that Caelan leads by 26 points at the moment. So it's really getting to the 10th stage of that 7-frame decider between these two talented young English players. Caelan Patel leading at the moment. Mark Joyce leading by 3 frames to 2. He's at the table, he's on a break of 19, very early stages of that frame. Same scoreline in the Ryan Davies Sean Maddox game. Maddox leading by 3 frames to 2. Dean Young of Scotland has booked his place in the last 16. He has defeated Chakul from Thailand by 4 frames to 2. Well, he just lets out an exasperated sigh there, does Aidan, because he just needed to be another inch or 2 further on to have that green. Now he's got a tricky pink to the centre. He does well. It's a good shot. Choices here. He will definitely take the one to the left centre because it lines him up lovely with the the blue ball. Now this frame completely different to the opening two where Wang dominated with high point scoring. You can see this is pretty low scoring match, or low scoring frame I should say, and it's a chance for Aidan in what is a kind of scrappy frame to build up some very important points. Just got to keep his focus here. It's a very good pinky potted. So he's got awkward bridging here for this red to the centre left. He would have liked to have maybe held up ahead of that red that he'll be bridging over. That's another tricky shot. Nothing easy in this visit for Aidan. These are so missable. He's got to be so careful here. He's obviously not settled on the shot. Does right to stand up and reset themselves. It's another very good pot. On the left of where he's queuing from, the three reds, the bottom of those three will pot. So he's got something to aim for here. After that it just gets tighter and tighter. Well, he forced that in with a bit of confidence. Another great centre pocket pot for Aidan Murphy. Now he's got the green to work with here. He's going to maybe try and get some action on those other two reds as well. Good shot, very good shot. Mark Joyce now on a 56 break, and it is by 56 points to nil on that game on table 4, and he's very close to making it through to this evening's last 16 session. Well, again he has a choice into the centre pocket, but most of the pots have gone in this visit. So a gentle little run through here, and he'll be on the blue. He's just the right side of the blue, so that's fine. He's just going to drop this in at dead weight, I think. Well, a little faster. He had good angle on the
16.
The object ball there, the blue. And Kaelan Patel has won that all-English game against Daniel Boyes. These two talented young players. He wins it by 4-3 on the deciding frame, and he's through to the last 16 of this 2026 WSF Championship. The runner-up from the 2025 Junior Final in Morocco is into the last 16 of the main event.
25.
This is very good from Aidan. It's a very good response because he was kind of frozen out the opening two frames. There was a whirlwind start for Wang, and Aidan has worked well because it hasn't been the easiest of visits. He's had to do an awful lot of thinking around the table.
30.
So he'll be glad of the green ball now. He's got a chance to do something with the two reds on the right cushion. Good angle. He would love to come in up the cushion first there behind that red and knock it towards the centre pocket. He's been very unlucky there. Hit it very firm though.
42.
Well, there's 67 points available. He's 39 points in front. So still plenty of balls on the table for Wang. I think Aidan he just hit it a little too hard. I think he was always going to get the green. It's a very good shot. Just wondering, it's just bounced off the cushion a bit there. I wonder, can Wang see that?
45.
Well, look how bunched they are now. A little Aidan won't mind at all, just touching that red into the rest of the reds here and getting that cue ball right up the table. This should lie just in front of the yellow, which will make it even more awkward. In position A in this frame at the moment, 39 points in front, but 67 points still available for Wang. Well, catching that blue definitely helped. Well, here's one that will go right back up towards the green ball.
9.
And that is a mistake. He'll want cover here. He's lucky that the red ball has come very close to the cushion. But Aidan will have a look at this. If he can get it at it, he won't have to hit it with a great amount of force. In fact, nice and gently dropping this in doesn't leave a whole lot around that end of the table, but he's hit it with force, and that is a mistake. I really don't know why he did that. He was going to play that ball, he should have just looked to drop it in. And now he's given Wang an opportunity. And the trickiest red of them all is the first one he's going to play. If he can get this, he's got everything open. Gets that perfectly. Didn't hit that as nicely as he would have liked, but he's still got such an open table here. Will the black spot? That's the question. And it doesn't, and that's important because that would have tied up that red.
8.
So it's even better now. He can leave that red until he needs it. He can work with the black ball up the centre of the table. He's got the pink as an option as well. So plenty points there. 30 points the difference. Well, how expensive will that shot be for Aidan Murphy? He really hit it all wrong and left the table wide open. I know why he did what he did, but was never worth that risk. Wants to stop here. He's got the pink into the centre pocket, so that's fine. Or is it? It's very tight. Just squeeze it past the red here and he'll be fine. And it is a good shot. So he's got the red and the angle to stop lovely on the pink here. Plays out with good pace, a nice angle to get up to that red above the blue, and the points mount up. It's like a lineup up there where the balls are situated. Bit low on this. Ooh, would have liked to have been a little higher on the red ball here. It's still very potable, but he has to be careful with his position. 10 points behind, 35 points on the table. Well, that's excellent. He'll come back down here for the blue. May even play the yellow twice. We can't argue with his cueing. It's magnificent. What a cue action.
32.
Getting closer and closer to going 3-0 up here.
34.
Ryan Davies and Sean Maddox, that's gone to a deciding frame. Very close in the match on table 12 between Rodians, Juddins and Billy Castle. Getting close to a 3-0 lead here for Wang, who takes the lead now. 2 balls he needs, the blue and the pink. So pink ball for a 3-0 lead. He's a class act, Wang. And that will be that. He'll play the black. Try something a little different maybe. Up and down the table. No, just decides to slam it to the pocket on the right. So You give him a chance, he takes it. An error by Aidan Murphy has let Wang in. Wasn't the easiest, but he made it look easy, and he leads by 3 frames to 0.
Six. Seven. Binding 7. One. Eight. From minutes 8.
So let's continue on with this particular last 32 game, because it is fascinating stuff. Aidan Murphy with a real chance of securing that frame made a mistake and was punished. He's got to hope, and he does miss the red. He would have hoped, above all things, that red wouldn't have knocked him back down the table. He's hit that very well in terms of the cue ball. Close enough with the pot. It's got to be all out attack now for Aidan. Don't think there's anywhere to hide with this young man. Brilliant shot, absolutely brilliant, and he needs that. Mark Joyce is through to the last 16. He's won his match by 4 frames to 2. Just 4 games left in the last 32 session. Nice pass on the blue.
6.
So Aidan Murphy is in here. He's got to make it count. Long way to go on this frame, but the reds are split beautifully. And by potting this particular red, he frees up that black spot. Can't be too complicated with this shot. He'd love to get on the black, but that's not easy. And it's a risky shot to play.
7.
But he's played it superbly. It's an excellent shot from Aidan Murphy, fighting for his championship life here against Wang. Well, there's no doubting Aidan Murphy's ability. He's a talented snooker player. He's put under a lot of pressure here. His focus will be razor sharp. It has to be. Well, has he got an up on the cue ball? I think he has, to see this red. Yeah, no problems in that department. He needs to keep this going. Oh, and he's run out of position. And luckily he's run out of position there. He's got the yellow ball to play with for safety, but he'll be bitterly disappointed that that happened. At the moment in the game on table 12 between Rodians, Juddins from Latvia and England's Billy Castle, it's a deciding frame, and Juddins leads by 17, 35 points left on the table. We'll keep an eye on that one. And that's a big mistake, and he hasn't made many, to be fair to Johan, but he's given Aidan Murphy an opportunity here. Not the easiest, but an opportunity nonetheless. He's got to take anything he gets. He's got that red to the centre pocket. It's not easy. It's a difficult shot. Just looking to run through on this. He's got to focus on the object ball, this red to the left centre. And he's played it beautifully. It's a great pot. Especially when you're 3-0 down in the championship of this stature and you are fighting for your life. He's going to tuck it up behind the green here. Got to be careful. It looks perfectly fine.
One.
I can tell you that from years and years of experience, the tension rises as the room gets quieter, as the tables get fewer. Just 4 matches, so 10 tables empty at the moment in here, and that's a miscue. And that's a very ambitious swerve he was looking to play there. I think that will definitely go back.
Nine.
Just 9 the difference now. Billy Castle fighting back in this frame, this deciding frame against Rodian's Juddins. 22 on the table. Juddins leads by 9 points. Doesn't get tighter than that.
Seven.
So Juddins has fouled as well, so now just 5 points the difference. When it comes down to your championship, you travel to Bulgaria to play in this event. The prize is enormous. A 2-year tour card on the World Snooker Tour. And it comes down to the last 4 balls on the deciding frame to progress a little further along the way towards victory. The tension level is extremely high at the moment on table 12.
32.
Another great shot from Aiden. Never thought he was going to miss that. Showing a lot more confidence in this particular frame. Hasn't panicked. Has spotted what's available to him, this talented English player. He's just got to keep it going. He's got a difficult red in these circumstances. I suppose every shot is difficult in these circumstances, but he's a bit more confident around the table at the moment. Looking a lot calmer. Oh, he's missed a vital ball there. I was certain that he was going to get that. But he's just taken his eye slightly off the red. The red to the centre there is difficult, the one near the pink. But it does free the pink ball, and that's exactly what Wang would like, but it's just too tight. He's going to try and take this to the centre. And he misses. Oh, a bit of tension
47.
on table 1. That finish line is in sight for Wang, but Ed Murphy's got something to say about that. Now this is a shot you should take a lot of thought over, and he's got down very quickly on the table here. dramatic end to the game between Rodion Juddins and Billy Castle, and it's the Latvian that has caused a bit of a shock here, and he's won that by 4 frames to 3. He has played incredible snooker throughout this tournament, Rodion Juddins, and he's just got himself a huge win there, and that's a fantastic pot from Wang. So Rodion Juddins will play in the last 16, 4-3 winner over Billy Castle. As they say in all the great matches, and then there were three games still going on. And Ryan Davies is on the brink of making it just 2 matches remaining, because he leads by 74 points to 9. He's on a break of 63, and he is almost certainly, without a doubt, into the last 16. Simon Blackwell leads Patrick Whelan by a frame to 0. Not a good pot with the rest. Good cue action and always dangerous. Ryan Davies is a top competitor, very serious snooker player, and he's into the last 16. He's won his match with a fantastic deciding frame break, and wins it by 4 frames to 3 against Sean Maddox. We've just got 2 more last 32 matches to get through, and they were the late starting games. So Wang given an opportunity to get back into this. His first shot in this visit was a very difficult cut with the red into the yellow pocket, and he hasn't looked back since. Well, I'd liked a better angle on this, but it's still okay. He can develop it. Looking at the red to the center pocket, also looking to the corner pocket to see what's available, and if this pot's. Looks like Simon Blackwell will go into a 3-1 lead on table 11. So he's happy enough to take that red to the center pocket. At some stage he's got to start moving reds apart. I'm not sure if he's gone too far there. That's a difficult looking shot. But he makes difficult looking shots very easy. Really does hit the ball very well. And again, perfect. Very straight on, a bit too straight on the black here. Still got a bit of work to do, but this will give him the lead. Indeed, Simon Blackwell has won that frame. He leads by 3 frames to 1. So our 2 late starting games in full flow here in Sofia. Well, that red obviously pots, and that really is a help. But a great black again. That's a very good angle now to get to those reds just above the yellow. He's also got a choice with the pink here, so very interesting moments in this match on table 1 here at the Hotel Marinella. Wang. Well, how incredibly accurate is that if that red passes the yellow into the right corner pocket? Well, he's left it. And a chance for Aidan to keep his championship hopes alive here. Well, just 10 points between the players. Aidan is having a look at the angle on this red. Obviously not with this shot, but he'd like to see what he can do if he can get a nice position on the black here. He's not taking it on. And that, for me, is a strange decision. It was potable, and what would be wrong with potting it? Well, that's going to stop near the pocket. And that is a very poor shot from Wang. Maybe there was a difficulty in the pot, it might be being a little harsh, and I'm probably wrong. He knows what he's doing out there. So now, Aidan Murphy, what have you got? Oh dear, oh dear. That, well, I'm kind of left a little bit spacious, which doesn't happen very often, but oh, it's a cruel game, snooker. What about that for excellent safety from Wang? Aidan needs to just get his head back together here now and concentrate what he's doing. He's still in this frame, very much so. Well, that's a good shot. Not difficult to get it back down the table. It's what you do with the red ball that matters. So I'll go through the last 16 lineup for you. Ryan Davies will play Mark Joyce. Kalen Patel will play Sebastian Milewski, sorry, I don't know where I got that. Milewski from Poland. And that was close to going into the pocket as well. Bryn Ratmutka will play Joel Connolly. Wang Zimbo will play Dean Young. That would be a cracking game. Another one, Stuart Carrington and Ashley Hugel compete against each other in the last 16. For me, one of the most improved players in the game, and in particular at this tournament, Rodians Juddins will play Ashley Carty. Koi Chang will play Hamad Miah, who gave a snooker demonstration this morning that I haven't seen in many years. And we wait for the winner of this game. Will play either Simon Blackwell or Patrick Whelan. So that's your last 16 lineup. It's here at 6 p.m. local time. That will be 4 o'clock GMT and 5 o'clock CET. 2 hour difference and a 1 hour difference respectively here from Sofia in Bulgaria. That's twice he's miscued. He's looking at his tip. And that could cost him the frame. Aidan Murphy in with a real chance here. Just getting the cue ball cleaned. Well, the first thing you worry about when you have a couple of miscues is the tip on your cue. He looked at it instantly, did you, Hang? You can only imagine it's a very small tip on the top of the ferrule of Yu Hang Wang's cue. This is a chance. He's got to take it. He won't get many better ones than this to get himself back into this match. So really stretching here, and that doesn't help. He's missed. There's a time when you've got to put a rest in your hand, and that was that time, because he was really stretching for that. He's made a few errors, and they've really cost him, as Aidan. Yu Hang will look to try and put this into the top left pocket, but the main object would be to put the cue ball behind the black. Slightly overhit this. It's coming down towards the pocket, and the brakes just applied in time. The tension has started to build on this table. Both players just struggling a little at the moment. It's very understandable. There's a lot at stake. This looks good. It's a very good shot. But has he left an opportunity for Aidan again? He's left him a few chances in this frame. Aidan hasn't been able to take advantage of those chances. But I don't know if he can actually see the pot here. It's very, very tight. The way he's looking up the table, it tells me that he doesn't, and that's an excellent shot from Yu Hang if that's the case, on an open table like this. So it is a snooker, in fact. Well, that's worked out quite fine. The yellow should come to... Oh, it's rolled on a little longer than I thought. This is a chance for Yu Hang Wang to pot this red. Has a good look at the potting angle. What a chance. He's clipped the red back, and that's a nice little kiss onto the red there. But it's the pink blocking the blue. If the blue goes, and it does quite clearly. Yu Hang Wang on the verge of making it through to the last 16 here in Sofia. And It looks pretty ominous at the moment for Aidan Murphy. He's made a few mistakes, and at this level, you're going to get punished. So nice control. He must be feeling good at this moment in time, Yuhang. He leads by 21 points, just 27 points on the table. Hit with authority, that's all I can say. It's going to come close to the yellow though. So there's still hope.
12.
There is still hope. The referee has to have a good look at this. So, very, very precise. Well, it's one of those shots, wasn't it? He knows now that there's a very strong possibility that he will win this match. But the cue ball was nice and safe. The green would have been nice. Doesn't touch the pink. It's going to be a good shot. It comes across and it just nudges onto the pink. So the quiet arena, just 2 tables at the moment in operation, 12 empty tables. We have just 4 tables required after this 2 games this afternoon here in Sofia, because we'll be down, or I should say, sorry, getting ahead of myself, we should have 8 tables of use. Of course, tomorrow we'll be down to a 4 table setup, then a 2, because tomorrow we start the quarterfinals at 10 a.m. and at 4 o'clock local time we'll have the semi-finals. Snooker required for Aidan. He's still here, he's hanging on by his fingertips. Looking for a bit of luck here. Oh, and it's just a little too much pace, and it's an opportunity for Wang to take on this green. And it's a beautiful pot. Can't argue with this young man's ability. Aidan Murphy shakes the hand of Wang. The Chinese player has shown a lot of talent. Aidan had his chances, made a few mistakes, didn't have a great run of the balls early on, but no arguing about the winner. Wang has won this by 4 frames to 0, and he will progress through to the last 16. Just 1 game left here, and at the moment, Simon Blackwell leads Patrick Whelan by 3 frames to 1. So just before we go away, just going to go through the lineups again for the last 16. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be brimmed with talent. A lot of former professionals and a lot of talented young players. Ryan Davies takes on Mark Joyce. Caelan Patel takes on Sebastian Milewski. Prin Ratmuka takes on Joel Connolly. Wang Zimbo and Dean Young. Ashley Ugal and Stuart Carrington. Rodins Juddins and Ashley Carty. We've got Yuki Chang and Hamad Miah. And we'll have this young talent, Wang. He awaits the match between the two English players are having a right battle on the table 11, I think. It's Simon Blackwell and Patrick Whelan. And at the moment, in that last 32 game, it's Simon Blackwell that's in control. He leads by 3 frames to 1. He's 33 points ahead in the game. He's in at the moment. On course maybe, but snooker, you know what it's like. It can go anyway. So, it's a tremendous win for you, Wang. We'll be back with you at 6 o'clock local time here in Sofia, and we'll be back with the last 16 matches. Derek Kiley here with you, along with Alex, and we'll be here again at 6 o'clock. See you then.